Hi everybody, so day 13 at last, 13th of July. Last night, a bit windy, last night we did a little bit of extra mileage. We did nearly 8 miles, and the reason for that was we wanted to push our mileage up last night so that we would hit that 75 mile marker, which is the halfway point through the whole challenge. So I'm pleased to announce we are halfway through, and it's only day 12, day 13 today. So what we're going to do now is each day leading up to 29th, that's our target finish date, we're going to reduce our mileage down for the rest of the tabs to about 4.5 miles. And if we got our maths right and we do 4.5 miles each night, on the last day, the 29th, we can do a shortish tab that will take us into the ex-servicemen's club in Skegness, and that will be 150 miles. Challenge completed, hopefully. So it's been tough. I've got to tell you, it sounds easy. I've been suffering. It isn't easy, and there's still a long way to go, I know, but my morale's high. Now, I've got no more sponsors to read out. I only have 50 or 3 sponsors I've mentioned, and it's all done. All my sponsors are in now. I'm still collecting money on the streets and from the shop when I go round. So I haven't got any sponsors to mention that are tabbing with me, but you're all tabbing with me. You like that? You're all out there in that vast, flat Lincolnshire wilderness. You're there with me. You're there. Oh, anyway, so Q&A. So I've had a few questions come in. There's a mailbox the size of the house in there with questions. I can't read them all out. I haven't got time. You crazy lot, stop asking me so many questions, you cheeky lot. But anyway, few questions I've selected. So I'll try my best to answer these questions. I've not even seen them before. This is crazy. Okay, first question is from somebody called Richard in Kent. That rings a bell, Richard. Ricardo. I think I might know you. Anyway, Richard asks, Keith, have you ever gone tabbing without underwear? Well, Richard, I rarely wear underwear. I've got a lot of accidents, so I rarely wear underwear. If I do, it's usually something exotic. Thanks for the question, Richard. Okay, I've got another question here then. This one is from Chris in South Wales. Chris, South Wales? I think I know Chris in South Wales. Chris says, Keith, how long do you think you would survive in a zombie apocalypse? Chris, I think I would definitely survive in a zombie apocalypse, and I'll tell you why. I've seen the whole series of Walking Dead and the follow-up series, Fear the Walking Dead. So I'm well versed with zombie apocalypse. I'm going to survive. If you need help, come and see me if it happens. I'll help you survive too. And that goes for anyone out there worried about zombie apocalypse. I'm your man. Okay, another question here. This one's from a Michelle in Lincolnshire. Michelle, that rings a bell. Michelle says, Keith, do you live in the main house yet, or are you still in the garden shed? Well, Michelle, you won't be surprised to know I'm still in the shed. I'm working on getting in the house, but thanks for the question, Michelle. Another question here, I need 2 left for tonight. Come here, it's windy. This question comes from an Andy in Margate. Andy in Margate, that rings a bell. Andy in Margate. Andy says, Keith, medical question. I love medical questions, Andy, thank you. Keith, what treatment do you recommend for athlete's foot? Well, Andy, I'll tell you. Wire brush and Dettol. You get a wire brush and a Dettol, that will sort your athlete's foot out. Also, wire brush and Dettol is good for treating a sore throat. But remember, treat your throat first before your feet, not the other way around. Top tip there, Andy. Thanks for the question. Last question then is from Lynn in Ramsgate. Good old Lynn. I knew you wouldn't let me down, Lynn. Great question. Is it true that you're being sponsored by tenor pads for men? Well, yes, I've been approached by tenor pads, and I'm being sponsored by them. So there you can see the sponsored t-shirt, tenor pads, great thing for men of a certain age. And that pretty much wraps it up. We're going to be tabbing now, so let's get tabbing. Trace, it's gone really well. I pissed myself twice and nothing's showing. Look, it's working. Edit that out. Edit that.